We had a productive meeting, and I think the governor and I are free to answer any questions. We also have our police chief here as well.
What are we talking about here today?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons we're here today, we're in the St. Louis region. We want to come by here, kind of continue what was at the meeting we had in Jeff City. And really a lot of positive things that are going on. It was good to hear the chief talk about some of the initiatives that they've started, some of the things that they're putting in place. We also talked about workforce development and jobs, which is crucial, and we want to be part of this region of the state, and it's important for me to get out and to be here.
Do you have any specific projects that you talked about? With,
well, I mean,
with the police department or
workforce development, trying to learn some of the things that are doing good here in this county, that we might be able to transfer some of the positive things that are happening maybe to the state level.
Are they asking for any extra funding to help with Metrolink security or any sort of state help?
No, actually, we did talk about the Metro today, but we didn't talk about the funding side of it. We did talk about the appointment process, which we aim to address in the near future.
Governor, can you talk about your decision to keep Drew Erdman in the COO role in the state? And do you disagree with Gail Beatty that Governor Greitens' administration rigged the bidding process to award the contract to McKinsey?
No, I'm not aware of anything that was rigged or anything like that. We're not aware of anything like that. As far as we know, the bid process took place. Right now, we believe that bid process was the correct way to do it. I mean, there was no ties between Drew Erdman and that company still that we're aware of.
Governor, what is your reaction about the lawsuit from the Missouri Democratic Party about your appointment of the lieutenant governor?
Yeah, well, I think they're wrong, but you know, the lawsuit portion of it will move forward. You know, that's going to happen. We'll let the courts decide that, and it probably needs to be done at some point.
We talked about economic development, we talked about workforce development, we talked about bi-state, we talked about public safety.
When you meet with President Trump later this week, what's on your heart about this national issue of the separation of children from their families? And what do you think about withdrawing the Missouri National Guard, if any, are on the border to show up?
Well,
my question is,
I want to support the security of the border. That's something I've done my entire career, and I'm going to still continue to do that. You know, none of us want to see families split up, I don't believe. But more importantly, with that meeting tomorrow, I want to talk about some things that are occurring in Missouri, that contracts we just met earlier with Boeing, for example. You know, I want to talk about things like that. You know, how do we get these contracts and how do we get jobs here in the States? More interested in what we can do and what he might be doing infrastructure-wise in the near future, if he could give us a heads up on that.
Do
you
oppose the separation of families?
Why are you guys ending the press conference?
Chief, can we issue a question?
We have some more questions if you could stay.